Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw Mercenary Kor from Fortnite. I'm going to draw the version with coat on. So I'm going to go up sort of this height here. I think I'm going to do a full body shot. So I'm going to go up to the top first. I'm going to draw the bun at the top of the head. So the bun is probably going to be, let's have a look, probably start about there. Just put a dot there. Just going to draw around that. Just draw the bun that goes behind the head, sort of mark that in. It doesn't have to be circular. Next up, I'm going to draw the side of the head, the fringe area. So I'm going to pop out from this corner to the right, just bring my pen down this side. And then I'm going to continue over to the left. So I'll go past that bun area there, come around it, go down this way, like the side of the head. And then I'm just going to draw a bit of a chunky kind of crop the fringe area. What we can do, we can just pop the pen up a little bit to show that fringe area. There's a darkened bit because it's red and black. Just going to put a darkened bit over this way here. And then there's actually a bit of a longer bit there. So colour this bit in here straight away. These little bits here sort of tail down. Just a few little marks there, just to show that the hair's coming downwards. Then here, this point where we've got a gap there, this kind of comes downwards here, so just bring my pen down there, sort of chunk it back up, or going up this way, get it to meet up around here, around that way there, and then around the back here, it's sort of dark again, so I'm just gonna give a hint of that darkness there. And then what I'm gonna do is just pop in that bit of that bun area is quite dark as well, so I've just got that kind of kicking off there. Now I've got an ear around here, so all I need to do around here is just draw a nice curve around that point there, like that. I think that's all I need to do there. Then what I do have is another bit of curved hair, so just sort of popping around this way. Just a nice sort of curve kicking around there. Then what I can do, I'm gonna have the side of the face sort of coming from the corner point there. Just a nice point downwards and then back up like that. Okay, so got a nice kind of oval sort of face. Now, while I'm here, let's do the details. So I've got one eye on the left here, so I'm just going to draw a nice oval element. So an oval over that way and then one underneath. Get that eye element in and just pop a little curve in there for the eye. On the other side, we've got kind of like the blue eye, so I'm just gonna do the same sort of thing, just draw a curve there, curve around there. Now, this part is quite gold, so I'm just gonna try and just sort of pop a little outline on it, and then just give a little hint of an eye sort of popping out there. What we can do is sort of just fill in this part here, just around that. It's quite dark, so I've got some little gold elements sort of cracking through, sort of coming down the center here, sort of judder out over this way, sort of around here, sort of like that, and then sort of come out and in down this way. So I can just pop a couple of little lines there. We can just fill that in while they're there. Then there's a couple of little more sort of just coming out around here too. So it's quite a detailed bit, but I think that's pretty good there. Just going to come downwards now. I'm going to draw the neck area, so just going to do a little scoot down there, and right here it's going to come down like that way there. What I will do is just pop my pen down there and across like that. What I will do while I'm there is almost like a little bit of a neck area, and I'll fill in, just leave a little gap where that mask is, but I'll just fill in half of that there. It's quite dark and kind of inked, so that's in like that. Now around this, we've got the collar for the coat. So I'm going to come around just where this hair kicks in here. I'm going to come around like that and down. And out this way, I'm going to come out like that and down here. I'm just going to draw a nice edge area there. Now this piece kicks around this way, comes down across here. So there's a little chip like that either side there. Now, as it comes down, what I might do straight off is go all the way down this way to about here with the coat. So the inner part So downwards like this, come all the way down, kind of tapers right out to about here. And then what we can do is just sort of join it up. So there's a bit of a gap here, but then it comes down this way. We just draw a line alongside it and taper right out here. And we can just draw a line up like that where it kicks out. Now on this side, I'm gonna come downwards this way, just cascade it down. Nice line down, right down to about there. Comes out to about this point, and then we've got, I think, almost like another little line that comes down. Let it taper out here, sort of like a nice bit of lining that's red. And we can kick this out here. We can, what shall I do? I think I will just draw the edges of these first and then come down this way. So this shoulder here, we can come out around this way here and then cut in down here, right down to there. It's a little belt area here, so I'm gonna just pop it out there first of all, just bring it in, draw a little pocket area, and then I'm gonna scoop my pen down to the edge there. And on this side, I'm gonna come outwards, come out sort of this way here, then cut in and kind of come down here. Now there's another belt area right here, so just gonna kick it out a little bit there. And then I'm gonna come down and just join it up at the edge there. So you've got a nice cascading coat in there. Now there's a couple of edge points, so I'm just gonna draw a little edge point there, and we've got a couple of little rectangular elements in here, like that. And then this kind of kicks up this way, and this one, I guess it comes up a little bit further to sort of match up with this piece here. Kick it in there, that's cool. Okay, we'll come back to this in a minute. As we come down this point, I think about here is where the top sort of comes down. So I'm just gonna draw a little kind of chunky V area there. As we come down to the top, there's another point that kind of comes across like that. We've got this gold marking on the sort of front plate, the front of the character as well. So just gonna draw a little piped line across, sort of let it come down this way, sort of goes almost straight across this way. Get my pen, drive it over there, come back around here and in, out there, around here, and then it sort of kicks out over to the edge down there. Just fill in the edges of these. There we go, I think that's pretty cool. As we come to this point right here, we've got just a little sort of rectangular point and then a couple of little lines going up here and maybe a little line down like that. And then right here, we can just fill this point in like that. Nice bit of inking on this one. Now, as we come down here, it's like the skirt area just sways around here. So I'm gonna probably about there, just nice sort of little curve goes around either side of that. So a couple of little lines, and there's a couple of marks like that just to show that it's material. As we're working down here, I'm gonna draw this leg going down here. So I'm gonna draw the leg first of all on the inner part, probably about here. Just grab my pen, come down to about the knee area here, like that. Now there's a little line sort of coming around here, and then there's the kind of kneecap around there. So I'm just gonna draw an arching line around that. Let's fill this piece in. Then we've got, right here, we've got a cool little V area, which is quite gold. A couple of little lines there in. And now we can draw a shin area that comes down to about here. So there's big old boots below that. So it's gonna come out a little bit either side, just widen it out and then bring it in, taper it in as it goes towards the boot. Again, there's a few little lines in there. So I'm just gonna sort of draw in some little, sort of these little cool little gold lines in and around there. Maybe there's one in there too. And then I'm gonna just cap that off like that. I'll come back and do both the boots at the same time. So let's do the other leg over here. So inner part, probably about there. Just bring your pen down to about here and chip it across. Now probably the same thing, it's got a nice little wide line there. You don't quite see this big pad on this side, so I'm gonna just fill this in over this way. Like that. Okay, next up I'm gonna just pop my pen out a bit and then curve it in, or sorry, just do a straight line, taper it in. Same over here, just bring it out and then taper it in there, block it off. And what I can do then, I'm gonna just go around the edge there, around here, and then there's a cool little sort of inner line just around that point and down. So you can fill those in with a nice gold color if you want to color it later. Right, let's look at these cool sort of chunky boots. So I'm gonna come out on this right hand side first, just bring my pen out, come down here, curve it out to about there. On this side, bring my pen out, curve it down to about here, and then I've got chunky heel area there. The front of the boot's around here, so I'm just gonna bring my pen around like that, nicely around there, and then there's a real sort of chunky sort of boot element. Let's just taper that and just pipe it as well. Now across it, we've got a few laces, so I'm gonna just curve at the top and then waggle the pen around here. Just give a little hint that there's a little gold little point, and then I'm just gonna color that with that black ink there. On this side, I'm gonna come out on the right, just bring the pen out and down. In the front, come a bit further out and down there, and then I'm just gonna take my pen down to here, curve it around where the heel is, and choom, down here, curve, bring it around out here, up, right up here, and then curve it back up to the edge there. Cool. Next, let's pop in that sort of chunky element there, and I'm just gonna pipe that. And then just gonna make sure with these laces, I'm gonna bring my pen out, wobble it around the edge where the eyes of the boots are, and then just bring my pen around there, and then just color in here where these lace points are. So I've got those sort of chunky boots sort of filled in. Maybe just the soles can be blocked in around here too, sort of really chunky soles around there, so just block them in. That's cool. Just to remember while I'm here, the edge of the coat probably comes around like that, around there. And then let's get the arms. So the arms are quite sort of tight material, fingerless gloves, arms to about here. So first of all, just gonna bring the pen out, draw curve of the shoulder, bring that in. A little bit of texture, so just a few little lines there. Then I can continue with the rest of the arms. So go down here, I'm gonna come down this way, the tricep area, the crease of the arm is probably about here. Then I'm gonna pop it out a bit there and down. And then I'm gonna, on the inner part, come from about that point, nice line down like that, taper it into the crease of the arm. Just pop it out a little bit here, down to here. There's a little bracelet element on here, so I'm just gonna sort of draw that in and just block that point in now. And while I'm here, I can just bring a line from this point here downwards like that. And what I will do, I'm gonna just block it in with solid ink color there, and then just a little diagonal down of red material on there. So I've got this kind of bracelet here. I'm gonna come downwards from that, just gonna draw a line down here. There's a few little sort of goldy knuckle points on there, so I'm just gonna put a couple of little rounded ovals in. I'm just gonna continue down this way. Let's just draw a little finger and bring your pen up like that. Just a hint behind of the other fingers. You don't have to draw 4. It doesn't really matter. And then a thumb just comes down this way here and up like that. It's quite pointy fingers. The nail on the fingers comes out, so I think that's looking good. And I'm just gonna bring my pen up there like that. Now, these are fingerless gloves, so I'm just gonna pop a couple of lines in. Again, this band comes along, so what I might just do is just fill in along there, and that's done. On this side, we're gonna draw this shoulder element again, so I'm just gonna pop my pen out here, curve it in, and again, just put some little curves, nice bit of texture. And this arm comes down, sort of cascades this way. There's a little bit more armor at the lower part of it, so I'm just gonna draw from the top here. It's gonna draw down to the tricep. The crease is probably about here. I'm gonna pop it out a little bit and bring it in. Now, the inner part probably just comes in here, just taper it in, then pop it out a little bit there. And again, what I think we need to do is just bring the pen down this way, like that. Now, this is got the same sort of texture, but I think for the purposes of the picture, it's pretty cool just to colour it in. Now we can concentrate on the armour on the forearm. So just bring your pen along here, shoot it down like that, curve it back, pop it back up there, and then we can just put a nice band in here. The band sort of comes out, a bit of a diamond look, and in, and I'm just gonna pipe that there, colour that in there. There's a little hint of this red colour here for the top, so I'm just gonna draw a little rectangular point, and you know what, I'm just gonna colour that in all along there. That's all I need to do. Let's do the hands again, similar sort of thing to the other side. I'm gonna come down from the top on the outer point, first of all, down here, a little bit of a knuckle point, keep going down here, bring it in and up, you've got that finger, then you can sort of go, just pop in a few more of the digits of the fingers there if you want. The thumb comes down probably to about here and up, nail in there, and then we just draw it up and in there. Curve in there just for the fingerless gloves, like that. And again, I'm just gonna draw in that black element there. Now it's nearly done. What I might just do is just go grab my pen, just sort of go around some of these edges here, just pop the edge of this coat, just make it stand out a little bit more. Around these boots, just pop the chunkier pen around it. Looks a bit cooler, gives a nice bit of definition to the outside of our character as well. Just pop out those shoulders a bit like that. Maybe the edge of the coat here, up there and in. Let's get that hair in there. Just pop out the coat. Got this nice sort of edges, maybe this skirt area, and then the inner part of the coat, maybe we can just pop that up. Same here, just pop that up like that. You see we've got a nice bit of definition. That thicker line works really well just on there. Now, maybe just a couple of little lines in, just around here, just a little bit of extra definition. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Maybe just down here we can just sort of show, it's all quite dark, so just a couple of little sort of points in there. And I think this bell's hair sort of comes in here. There's a little chip of gold, so just going to draw that element in there. And I think what I might do actually is, while I'm here, just pop in on this side. I'm just going to draw in the ink, just sort of coming in, it's a bit darker, just around there, like that. Maybe this point in here, just a couple of little darker points in there. Maybe in there as well, just got that nice bit of definition going on. And I think just one more thing I want to pop in, just another little line as we go in here, just a nice bit of detail on that point. And then maybe just a few little lines in on these boots, because they're sort of chunky, sort of Doc Martin style boots. So just pop in a little bit of shading around those, like that. And then, you know what, I think I'm pretty much done on that one. So there we go, that's Mercenary Kor from Fortnite. Hope you like what you see. Please do let me know who else I can draw in the comments. I'll see what I can do. I hope you like the picture, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye for now.